After that comes your house after death, the grave. Al-Qabr. Al-Qabr. Al-Qabr is your station or your stop or your residence after you die until Yawm al-Qiyamah. You stay in this place and then your body decayed and then turns into just some bones, and this bones also decays and becomes dust. That's in Al-Qabr. And Al-Qabr is a level between this life and the life in Al-Akhirah. I spoke Arabic. This Qabr could be part of Jannah, which we mentioned, or part of Nar. It depends on your actions in Al-Hayat Dunya. According to this action, you are going to feel this Qabr a part of Jannah, which you face all the blessing inside Al-Qabr, or a part of Nar. After that, with long time, but you don't feel it, comes a new word. Al-Ba'ath. Al-Ba'ath, resurrection. What's Al-Ba'ath? Al-Ba'ath is the process where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts the ruh again in the dead body and order it to rise up, to connect itself again from dust, then bones, then blood, then meat, then flesh, then human being, and stands up again after death. This is called Al-Ba'ath. Then after Al-Ba'ath comes a new step in our journey to Jannah or Nar. What's this? It's called Al-Hashr. Al-Hashr. Al-Hashr is a very terrifying word. It means the process where all these people, when they rise up, are pushed as crowds and walking towards the day of judgment. They are waiting in this place, day of judgment, or also, by the way, it's called Yawm al-Hashr. Yawm al-Qiyamah has also the meaning of Yawm al-Hashr. These people are pushed and walking in order to be judged in this day. Everyone is waiting to see where my destination is going to be. That's called Al-Hashr. And there is one complete surah. It's called Al-Hashr in Qur'an. And Qur'an has talked about all these things. So when you know the meaning of this, you will be more likely to understand those terms and those ayahs in Qur'an. Okay, now Al-Hashr has been done. What comes after? The new word Al-Hisab. Al-Hisab. And this word Al-Hisab literally has many meanings. It could be, for example, mathematic, the meaning of Al-Hisab. And if you use this word in trade, it could be accounting. And if you're using this word in a restaurant, it could be the bill. And if you using this word, for example, with children, Hisab means calculation. But according to the Islamic terminology, Al-Hisab means the time where you stand in front of Allah, facing everything you did في الحياة الدنيا, in the life. And then you're asked about every tiny single detail. Even the atom of one action, you will be judged. Nothing will be passed, nothing will be forgotten. Except if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to forgive you something. That's up to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in general, everything you will be faced. Everything, all your actions will be put in front of you, and you're going to be facing hisab. Why you did this? How you did this? Why didn't you do that? That's called hisab. Allah is making hisab with us. I hope our hisab will be easy, inshallah. What's after? A very famous word, frightening word called as-sirat. As-sirat, okay, I don't know, actually, literally it means bath. But this is very different definition in the Islamic terminology. As-sirat, according to Hadith Sharif, is a place on Jahannam, on the fire, on the hell, like a way, very thin. In some books it says it's thinner than the hair, thinner than it. No one actually knows, but this sirat, we walk, all human beings walk in this sirat. If you are a good Muslim and you did what Allah asked you to do in al-hayat al-dunya, this sirat will be easy for you. People's speed and passing on this sirat vary. Some of them, they go on sirat like lightning, some like thunder, and some goes like horses, and some crawl, and some fall. All this depends on your actions and what you have done in al-hayat al-dunya. So according to what you did in al-hayat al-dunya, your speed on the sirat will be determined. What after that? After that, you have two sides. We mentioned before al-jannah and an-nar. Let's take first, if it's an-nar, so you'll face new word. It's called al-adhab. Al-adhab. What's al-adhab? It's called torturing. And whatever you've heard of torturing for the hayat al-dunya, it's nothing. Nothing compared to what you're going to face in the hereafter or Yawm al-Qiyamah or in an-nar. If you calculated all the powerful people and you gathered them together and you let them find a way of torturing in this life, it's nothing compared to the lowest part of al-adhab in Yawm al-Qiyamah. We ask Allah to protect us from that, inshallah. Okay, what happens if you go to the Jannah? Inshallah, we hope that. We have a new word, which is Al-Firdaus. What's Al-Firdaus? Al-Firdaus is the highest place and level of Jannah. The highest place in Jannah is called Al-Firdaus. And our Prophet Muhammad told us, if you are asking Allah of the Jannah, ask him Al-Firdaus, because Allah is the most generous. You ask him for whatever you want, he could give it to you. I hope our episode today was useful. I hope we took some words that it could be of assistance and help for you. I hope I could clarify somehow some of the hard words in Islam. If you liked this video, share it and subscribe. Maybe other people could understand something about Islam, and maybe it could be a way to Jannah. Who knows? Until we meet in another time, take care of yourselves, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.